Hey, it's day 7 of a series I'm doing where we are going through the book of John to start 2026. And I just wanted to say congratulations to everyone because we are now a full week into the new year and we've kept a daily Bible habit all 7 days. So let's go, that's a big accomplishment, and let's keep going. If you don't know what this series is, each day we're reading one chapter of John, and each day I'm posting a video sharing what I liked and what stood out to me about the chapter for that day. And each day I'm encouraging you, if you're reading with me, to comment what you liked and what stood out to you, so that this can be like our own Bible study to start the year. And the goal is to keep a daily Bible habit to start the year by reading one chapter of John a day for the first 21 days of January. So like I said before, today is day 7. Here's what I liked and what stood out to me about chapter 7 today. What I liked about chapter 7 today is the way that Jesus speaks. It starts out with a festival coming up, and Jesus doesn't want to go because he knows the Jewish leaders are looking for a way to kill him. But Jesus' brothers tell him to go because they say, "No one who wants to become a public figure acts in secret. Since you are doing these things, show yourself to the world." And it said that even his own brothers did not believe in him. And it was as if they were bothered that he wasn't doing a good job of being famous. But Jesus was not after fame, he was after doing the Lord's will. So he didn't go up to the festival with his brothers. But then it says he did go up halfway through, and he began to teach. And he taught so well that the Jews who were there were amazed and said, "How did this man get such learning without having been taught?" And I love what Jesus answers. It says in verse 16, Jesus answered, "My teaching is not my own, it comes from the one who sent me." So Jesus clearly shows the way that he speaks, which is everything that he says comes from God. And then Jesus says this in verse 18, "Whoever speaks on their own does so to gain personal glory, but he who seeks the glory of the one who sent him is a man of truth. There is nothing false about him." And this is what we've already seen in previous chapters, and earlier in this chapter, that Jesus is not out to gain fame or personal glory, but he seeks the glory of God, the one who sent him. And he says that this is how we can know that he is a man of truth. And so I loved seeing again that Jesus' sole focus was doing God's will. He could have had more fame, he could have had more people like him, he could have been even more of a public figure, but instead he chose to always speak what God wanted him to, when God wanted him to. And in doing this, he accomplished God's plan for his life, and it was evident that his words were always from God. At the end of the festival, the chief priests sent temple guards to arrest Jesus, but they didn't arrest him, and when they came back to the chief priest without Jesus, they asked, "Why didn't you bring him in?" And this is what the temple guard said about Jesus. "No one ever spoke the way this man does," the guards replied. And I love that because Jesus' words were from God, even the temple guards that were sent to arrest him were captivated by his words. And this all came at a time that people were accusing Jesus, saying that he wasn't the Messiah, and coming at him with all kinds of questions. But because his words were from God, he always had the right answer. He always knew just what to say, and his words amazed everyone. And so this just reminded me today that if we want to be like Jesus in our words, Jesus spoke for the glory of God. He kept a rein on his tongue, and he only spoke what God was telling him to say, which means he only spoke truth. And so this was inspiring today, and I love this about Jesus. That's what I liked about chapter 7 today. I'd love to know what you liked and what stood out to you. Let me know in the comments. I've been enjoying reading those and learning a lot from them. Thanks for joining me for day 7 in the first 7 days. Give yourself a round of applause for making it this far. This is an accomplishment and you should be proud. Come back tomorrow for day 8 where we'll look at chapter 8 of John.